Hello and welcome to Catch the Spirit with me, Ray Hunter. We are here in mid-Michigan on the Chippewa River. We're heading quite a ways upstream today, going to a favorite childhood spot of mine, hoping to catch that pike that got away last time we were here, so stick around and enjoy the show. The first thing I like about this spot is just how peaceful and secluded it is. The other thing is that this area is like a haven for birds. There's so many different types and you can hear them all in the background. Here we're just going to throw that little rubber crayfish up along the edges of the banks, letting it drop down and sit there on the bottom for a little bit before we move it at all. A lot of times we'll get a hit that way. I like to pop it and let it sit there again, sometimes dragging it across the bottom, popping it up, dragging it across the bottom, and maybe a straight retrieve for the last 10 or so feet before the boat. This section of the river is relatively deep compared to how wide it is, and it's flowing pretty strongly, so weeds don't really grow here that thick, and mostly it's just rocks on the bottom. So it's perfect for running this jig with this crayfish in that way, because also lots of crayfish would be living in the rocks in an area like this. Right there we were dragging it on the bottom and the fish grabbed it just as we popped it. Oh, there's something else down there trying to come in after it. That's a bigger one. Smallmouth. The fish we're looking for would eat one this size. So we're going to switch up now and move downriver just a little ways and see if we can find that big pike. This is a lure we built semi-recently, and you can see we got the ball-bearing swivels in there for the hooks to help keep the big fish from being able to shake it loose. And yeah, I'll add a link to the video in the description below. And yeah, we hooked into 4 good fish its first day and landed 3 of them. 1 got away. Here again, we're going to be casting up close to the banks, a little closer to the edges of the cover, and bringing it back on a straight retrieve, letting the willow blade do all the work for the action, and we'll work both sides. We'll bring it back on one side, and then we'll bring it back on the opposite side. After several more casts with that one, I decided to scale down to something a little bit less risky. There's a lot of snags in this area, so we're using this nice little paddle tail with the weighted offset hook. Running it in the same pattern, tight along the edges of the banks, and straight retrieve, letting the paddle tail do most of the work, and adding a little twitch in here and there from time to time.
We gotta cut the hook off and push it out through the other way.
The offset hook was so embedded in his lip that I had to cut the line and pull it out forwards, like that.
Take that hook out the opposite way. Thank you.
Not the big one we were looking for, but all in all, it was a good trip back to one of my favorite spots. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you later.
Rivers have names and fishes have names. They both have